This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Terrace on Fort Myers Beach, 100 feet from the Gulf of America. Here are your award-winning social media superstars, the hosts of Beach Talk Radio, Kim and Ed Ryan.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I might have to edit the beginning of that show. Can you guys hear? Hear okay? We okay? Turn it up a little bit. All right. Let's try that a little bit better. We better? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Want to make sure everybody can hear in the audience. I know out on Facebook and YouTube land, everybody can hear fine. And first, as you can see, that Kim is not here. She is. She spends a lot of time with this baby thing that seems to have taken over her life. So here's what I want you to do if you're in the audience now. I'm going to turn this guy down a little bit and then turn this one. There we go. Turn that one. Be better? All right. Let's see if I turn that one. Still learning how to use all this equipment. I want you to get out your phone. If everyone has their phone, get out your phone and dial this number. You ready? 239. Everybody at the same time. 239-209. Come on, Ed, do it. 7927. That's Kim's phone. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, call that number and tell her she can no longer have Saturdays off. Go right to voicemail so she has like 40 voicemails that she can no longer. Go ahead. I know some of you are going to do it. So our first guest host is going to be Ed Schoonover from the south end of Fort Myers Beach. Come on down, Ed. Big hand for Ed Schoonover. He's going to sit in and help us out here with sometimes I struggle through these interviews, so Ed's going to help out. Come on down, Ed. Nice to see you back from where were you? Where were you and your wife?
We were in Spain, and then we took a cruise ship back to Miami.
Spain and back to Miami. Where did you stop along the way?
Oh, Morocco, Canary Islands, and one other place I don't recall.
All right.
Yeah.
So how was the cruise ship? Lots of fun?
Yeah, the weather was really crappy.
All right.
The crowd, the rest of the passengers were lame. They weren't any fun at all.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was a great time.
All right. And now you live on the south end across the street from Sam, who's going to be on
Sam
the
Lurie,
show.
yeah.
And tell us a little bit about how the bridge is doing down there. You live right around the corner from the new Big Carlos Pass Bridge.
I haven't been across it yet. My wife has, and I understand Sam is a bit of a local celebrity.
Yeah.
He was like the first one to walk across.
Sent me pictures of the Big Carlos Pass Bridge.
I heard he was on one of the fake news stations.
Were you on a TV station? I didn't know that. We'll have to talk about that when you come on. So the other thing I want to let people know about, if you didn't see the walk around this morning in Santini Plaza, I'm telling you, go back and watch it. Not only are you going to get updated, did anybody here watch it other than Doreen? Not only are you going to get updated on all the buildings that are going on, at the very end, the very last thing at the end is going to be one of the most entertaining things you ever have seen in one of the walkarounds, where I got verbally attacked by a local resident. And I'm going to clip that when I get home later. But you should go just fast forward to the end if you want to see something very amusing. And that's this morning's walk around at Santini Plaza. A lot of excitement going on in Santini. We have a breakfast place coming in. You have a South Beach Grill coming in. And they both say that they might be open in December.
Well, I hope so. We've been kind of going hungry on the south end. And one of the best things about it is a hot dog at 7-Eleven has never looked so good.
7-Eleven and CVS have been open a long time on the south end, but they're both saying in December. It looks like there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but I mean, there's light at the end of the tunnel down on the south end. And by the way, the south end of Fort Myers Beach, the landscaping and the roadway, it looks fabulous. Now we just get more condos to open down there. And
there's a lot of building going on, particularly in our neighborhood. I think there's 3 or 4 on Estero that are currently being built. And one of our neighbors is having their house lifted currently. So there's a lot of activity.
Yep. All right. So our first guest this morning, everybody knows Tom. Tom is talk about local celebrity. Tom is one of the biggest celebrities here on Fort Myers Beach, and he's been running La Ola for years and years. And we wanted to invite Tom on to get an update on how things are going. So everybody, big hand for Tom at La Ola. From La Ola.
Good morning, everyone.
I gotta turn your mic up. Go ahead, Tom. Let's see how you sound.
Hello, Ed.
We.
Morning.
Oh, there
Morning.
we go. Turning it on would be good.
Testing.
Yeah, you're good now. So, Tom, how are you? How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Can't get better weather than this, huh?
Yeah, the weather's been spectacular the last few days. A little chilly in the morning, but turns out to be a great day. It looked like things are. Oh, I didn't mean to. I didn't see. Put that together. Turned it upside down on you. My apologies for that.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. So it looks like things are picking up in Times Square.
Definitely seen a big increase these last 2 weeks.
And can you give folks kind of an update on how your building progress is coming along, where you are, and what they can expect?
Sure. So we've engaged with J.R. Evans Engineering.
Very nice.
They had already completed a feasibility study for us for a wave mitigation wall on the property. You know, after we put out our initial design and met with the town and went through that process, we quickly came to the realization that we weren't going to be able to put a bar on the ground floor without putting this wall in place. And I think with Times Square especially, having that foot traffic and accessibility on the ground floor is extremely important. We don't want to make everyone go up 20 feet in the air to do business.
So you guys are looking at a wave mitigation wall that would go, I think you showed it to me last weekend, like a little bit outside not outside your property, but it would be, if people know where La Ola is, it'd be on this side of the walkway.
Well, what a lot of people don't realize is our property is a little bit bigger than what people realize. Our property extends right out into the right of way when you pull in where the trolley pulls in. So the wave wall will come out to probably where the curb gets cut. We're very close to that, and extend along the front. You know where I park, be right behind that, and run all the way over to the easement where you see those green electrical boxes.
So this is something that your group is doing. Is there any possibility that the Times Square property owners got together and maybe extended that wall even further?
Sure. I mean, I think it's a good opportunity for the owners of the properties to my right, heading down towards the Times Square clock, to do the same thing. Yeah.
So, Tom, when people, if they're standing in Times Square in the walkway and looking at La Ola now, they're not going to see like a 5-foot wall. Can you kind of explain how the whole thing, if it gets approved, how it'll look?
Well, the top of that wall needs to be at a 7.5 foot above sea level elevation.
Wow.
I think at our property, our existing pad, if you're up on the ground level where we've got it painted blue, it's about a 5-foot elevation.
Okay.
We plan on raising that to, I think, at least 6. The idea is that we want to be above the Miltons, those type of hurricanes, where we're not going to get flooded out. We're also going to be dry flood proofing, so the flood panels go up, and we should stay dry inside regardless. But it's just nice having that assurance that we're up enough. We're not going to get wet every time.
So if you're standing in Times Square, the wall will only be 3 feet tall.
You know what? It may not even be that tall.
Okay.
It may be that, if Terry builds his building, and I think his plans are to come up to about a 6-foot elevation on the ground. And if I'm at a 6-foot elevation, which is a foot higher than we're at now, the square is going to be down quite low. It'll be almost like a valley. So that might be an opportunity when the town gets around to redoing the square, that they might take the opportunity to raise it 6, 8, 12 inches as well. So the highest it will be is about a 3-foot wall.
So what does that mean in terms of the zone? Does it change the zone for you at all? And
yeah, so we're getting a lot of protection by having this wall. The whole idea of it's to stop the impact of
the storm surge,
the force of the waves coming at you. But what it also does is when J.R. Evans designs this, they submit into FEMA for what's called a conditional letter of map revision. Basically says FEMA gives their blessing, says if you build it the way you've shown it to us, once it's constructed, you get a letter of map revision, and then you're no longer in the B zone and will be in the coastal A.
So even though it's just one piece of property, they can rezone that one piece of property because you
Yes.
have a wall.
Yes.
Okay. Does let's say Terry Prasad built something in front of you. It's really directly in front of you.
Yep.
Does his building add to your protection in terms of what you can submit to FEMA, or no? Doesn't matter.
I would say no. I think it definitely adds to our protection. Anytime you have something strong in front of you, I think we saw that with all the new construction. Margaritaville certainly protected the lighthouse, for example.
Right.
So we're going to see some protection from it, but I don't know that it
doesn't help with FEMA.
I guess I'm not qualified to answer that, but I don't think it helps with FEMA.
You're not an engineer?
No,
on the side?
Not yet.
You're probably getting close.
So where are you in terms of the permitting? I might be jumping the gun on that, but where is the whole plan?
Well, we've signed, the Primo family deserves a lot of credit for this, because they're the ones that they jumped ahead with this and are going ahead, and they're going to be footing the bill for, and they've signed the contract with J.R. Evans to construct this wall. If all goes as planned, we were told it's a 6 to 8 month process to go through the engineering phase. We're looking at maybe the end of May, early June, where we could begin construction of the wave mitigation wall.
Mm-hmm. So that's first.
That's first. Yes.
Yeah. Chris wants that no matter what happens after that. Okay.
Yep. And then, and again, I have to be an optimist to do this kind of thing. The following May, we'll go under construction with the building.
All right. And that's how long do you think?
And it's about a year build.
All right, well, that's not horrible. I mean, is that working in contingencies of delays, or is that in a perfect world?
No, I think that's a realistic number. I think perfect world is 10 months construction.
Yeah.
But
so you're talking
we got to look at being down a whole year.
2028.
Yes.
Okay.
Late spring, early summer of 28. Hopefully, we're all looking at a brand new Laola, a brand new pier, a resurfaced Times Square. I hope my neighbor Terry gets his building built, and we're all living happily ever after.
Yeah. So Terry's latest project is smaller than. Actually, I think he said it's the same size building. It's just different insides. Is that? Have you heard if that's moving forward from Terry?
I only know what I'm hearing from Terry, and he says he's starting next month.
Oh, he's starting construction next month, because Terry doesn't need LPA approval or town council approval. He's building back. He's building with what he has within his rights.
He's building what he can build by right. Yep.
Do you know if he has any plans for any kind of mitigation wall on in that area yet?
I think Terry and maybe the owner of the Placa Pete's Time Out property are kind of joining forces and trying to, I don't know if they're trying to appropriately word this, negotiate with the town. Maybe there's a chance to do a CPD, and the wall might be part of that. But I think he's content to move forward without a wall, from what I understand.
Yeah, you can jump in anytime. Kim jumps in all the time. She just asks questions whenever. Even if I start a question, she jumps in and asks a question over my question. So if you,
she's good at it too.
You're just sitting there with the microphone isn't being very helpful. You're just sitting there. So so let me ask another question, Tom. There was supposed to be work underneath the Times Square area that the town was going to do before the storm. They had borrowed $10 million, and one of the projects was going to be underneath Times Square. Have you heard anything about that?
The last time we met with town staff, and I believe it was Will that touched on that a little bit, that was one of the next projects that they were hoping to go after, but I think they've got to figure out where the money's coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly utility work, isn't it?
I think they were going to do a lot of underground water work and things like that. Yeah. And also I think they were going to resurface. Well, they had big plans for Times Square back in the day. They were beautiful looking plans for everybody.
Well, what I'm hoping is, if we can get our wave mitigation wall built in, it's a perfect spot for them to develop up to. And, and hopefully that is all completed by the time our building is done. So that we're not, no one wants to spend millions and get all developed and then have a big hole in front of you because they've torn it all up.
So
I'm hoping that works out.
So Tom, there's going to be a time where, By the way, any update on how things are going with the court thing? You think you're going to make it through season and be able to stay there?
That's a hard one to answer. You know, we are still in litigation. Our appeal has not been scheduled for oral arguments yet.
That's crazy. I mean, good crazy, right?
My attorney said she's got another case. I don't think it was the exact same scenario, but it had been in the system for a whole year longer than mine, and it's just getting scheduled for oral arguments. So we could get a call tomorrow on Monday that it's scheduled for 45 days out. You know, we have Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up too. So chances are January, February would be the earliest.
Yeah.
And then it takes some time to go through that process. So I would say that more than likely we're not going to get a decision before the end of the season.
That's great.
So that wouldn't affect
Well, I don't know if it's great or not. I wanted this resolved a long time
right.
ago.
Like your construction plans, that's not gonna. The longer it drags out, the less it's gonna affect you actually.
Well, and one might argue that this summer we won't even be in the high velocity flood zone anymore.
Correct.
Less risk. At what point does everyone put their guns away and start encouraging business owners instead of
and apparently FEMA likes to change their mind every time they come to town, as we found out with the beach bar this past week. It's just you just never know what the rules are going to be. It's apparently from day to day with FEMA.
That's the scary part, because it seems like the town, they've got the town under their thumb, and the town's going to change their position as needed to accommodate FEMA.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world we live in.
Yeah, and I know that we're going to talk to the mayor tomorrow about ask him about how the beach bar got in that situation, but also where the town is on the National Flood Insurance Program, because if I remember right, he said something about being back in the program by November of this year. And so I guess hopefully I did send him the topics in advance. So hopefully he'll have something to tell us tomorrow about the National Flood Insurance Program. So are you starting to see season pick up?
Well, back on the flood insurance program, I do want people to know that we were told anyway that we were not part of the CAV. I don't know.
What does CAV mean?
The CAV was the process FEMA went through and did the big inspection.
When they came to town and started kicking tires.
Because Loyola is in litigation, FEMA excluded us from that, and Loyola is not going to be the reason anybody either gets or doesn't get their flood insurance discount this year.
Good point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. And so you were going to answer the question about how season is coming along. I can always tell by watching your social media videos when things are picking up.
Yeah. I try not to shoot a lot of video when I have an empty restaurant either, but
you never do though.
Things are great. And one great announcement I have today is a lot of people have heard of the band Gatlin. They're going to actually be playing on the beach tonight. And I don't know when the last time, if that's ever happened before. They have a residency over at Parrot Key, and they normally have an exclusive gig over there. I think that starts a little later in the season. I had them booked every Saturday in December and obviously tonight over at my Bell Tower location. And when that closed, I was able to move some things around and honor all of those gigs. And they're going to be playing every Saturday night next month at Loyola here on the beach. And it starts out tonight. So
what time?
It's huge, 6 to 9.
By the way, there is a relation between this Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers, right? There is some kind of family connection. It's not direct, but there is some kind of family connection.
There is a connection, and
I don't know what it is either.
Yeah.
But if you go to, I think the first time I saw Gatlin was at Margaritas on 41, and they're fabulous. I mean,
yeah, they are. I think that was the first time I had seen them as well. But yeah, they're so entertaining.
Yeah, and there's
versatile.
Lots of dancing.
Yes.
And very.
There you go, honey.
Way better than me. They're very. They get along with the audience. They're very social and very friendly. So yes, they're always out there. Is it all country, or is there a little bit of mix in there?
No, I think it's a big mix. Yeah. They'll go on, start doing some songs where, he sounds like Willie Nelson one song, and then he might sound like Britney Spears the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our range.
Yeah. When have you ever been to a Willie Nelson concert, Tom?
I've been to a couple of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What was that
the
like?
first one, he was still standing, singing, and his sister was playing in the band. And the most recent one, I took my mother and I went, and he was they parked his bus right next to the stage, and he just had to take a few steps out. And
is he having trouble walking these
stayed
days?
Seated the whole time.
Oh,
But
really?
what a legend he is.
Yeah.
And I think he's written more #1 songs for other people than he's even got for himself.
Yeah.
He's just an amazing guy.
Have you ever seen Willie Nelson in person?
No,
yeah,
I've never seen him.
I didn't know Tom has been to Willie Nelson concerts. What was the first concert you ever went to, Tom?
I think it was 38 Special or possibly Heart.
Heart.
Both of them were with my uncle Rick. Took me at a young age, me and my
Really?
cousin, to some shows.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Awesome. What about you, Ed? What was the first?
You got me thinking now. I think it was Def Leppard,
Yeah.
and they warmed up for boy. I must have forgot the second half of that show. It was 1982. So
Well, you remember the year. That's crazy.
yeah.
The first, I don't know if you're going to ask me this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The first, it wasn't a real concert. It was in an auditorium of a high school. Who's the guy that sings "Cats in the Cradle"? Does anybody know who that was?
Cat Stevens, maybe? Or
No.
Harry Chapin? Harry Chapin?
Yeah, Harry Chapin. That was the actual first person I saw sing live. But the first concert I went to was at the Nassau Coliseum. It was Iron Maiden. That
Wow.
was not a
That doesn't seem like your
no,
kinda-
it totally
yeah.
wasn't. And it was. I mean, I could just still see the fireworks blowing off on stage, like in my head exploding, and I was in the nosebleed seats. But what was the concert that you liked the most, Tom?
Well, it's no big secret. My favorite band is Stick Figure. They're a reggae rock band that I'd say they've been popular for about 10 years now.
I've never heard of Stick Figure.
Well, they're actually, I think, the top-selling living reggae rock artist in the world at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Have to look
Yep.
them up.
No
Just released
kidding.
another album. I think they're going to take a break from touring, and I'm so blessed. I get my favorite band. I actually have on a regular basis the stage manager, who's a great singer, and he's the guitar tech for Scott Woodruff from Stick Figure. The stage manager and the drummer from the band perform right here at Loyola on a regular basis under
Wow.
the name Off the Road.
Wow.
Nice.
So, Tom, what was your favorite TV show growing up as a child?
As a child,
Yeah. How old are you, by the way, Tom?
I'm 51.
51. And
51, so
how's your
no
wife
longer a
doing?
child.
You've been recently married to your lovely wife.
Yes, Isabel's great.
Isabel?
Our 4 teenage boys are doing wonderful.
Mhm.
AB honor roll all around.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing wonderful. Yeah.
How long have you been married now? Has it been a year?
Yes, we
Wonderful.
had our first anniversary last May,
Yeah.
31st.
And you went out on a cruise, I believe, right? You took her out to.
Well, no, we went to Aruba for our anniversary. Then we
I
did a
see.
family cruise
Right.
later in the summer. Yeah.
Very nice.
I
So
love Aruba.
you've been to Aruba?
I love Aruba.
I don't really try. I try not to leave the free state of Florida. Very
Actually
much.
never leave the county.
So you were going to say your favorite TV show growing up was what?
You know, when I was a kid, it was the 80s. Had like the A-Team, the Dukes of Hazzard.
the 18. Do you remember who was in the 18?
Mr. T.
Yeah, Mr. T.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the other
Definitely
one?
was Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of
was a good
Hazzard.
one.
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
gosh, Dukes. All these people that we're talking about are dead now, Tom. It's crazy how
I
things.
think that some
are
of the
now.
Dukes of Hazzard guys are still alive.
Yeah.
I think they are too.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it Daisy Duke? Was her name? Was that?
Yep.
Yeah, Daisy Duke. How did we get on this topic, by the way?
You brought it
No,
up.
you're asking
I
some
know.
random questions
I know.
today, Ed.
So, what else do you want to talk about as far as Loyola goes and how things are going there with the food specials or the menu or anything like that? Let it rip.
Well,
Let it rip.
I'm passionate about trying to serve local shrimp. They're just phenomenal. I go right over the bridge myself and get them right off the boat from Erickson and Jensen. So we are going to continue to only serve local Fort Myers Beach shrimp. Well, they're from the Gulf. So we have shrimp tacos, we have fried shrimp, we have peel and eat shrimp on the menu. We are going to be trying out some new specials. You know, I've got to start working on what the new menu for the new Loyola is going to be at some point. So,
It's amazing.
about
It's
that.
been over 3 years. So I know it feels like at 28 might be a long way out, but the time does fly. I mean, can you imagine the ribbon cutting at that place? It'll be just like the Whale. Crazy.
It will be.
Yeah.
And speaking of the whale, what a great rollout they've had. I'm so
absolutely.
happy for them. And the building's beautiful. And we happen to have the same team where John Spence is going to be our architect, same as the whale. And Fowler Construction is going to be doing the building. So
Nice.
Awesome. All right, Tom, anything else you want to share?
No, thanks for having me on.
All right.
And well, yes,
Go
I
ahead.
just wanted to, this is a team sport. And I think I have one of the best teams out there. The staff at Loyola is amazing.
Who's working today?
Beth Charles, I think she might have
Oh.
won an award.
Beth was voted the best bartender,
bartender.
on Fort Myers Beach. A close second was Aaron at Wahoo Willie's, but
Yeah.
that was a fun
and
contest.
then my wife is actually on the downstairs bar as well today. So
Very nice.
come over and check us out.
And
come see
so
Gatlin.
if you're thinking about something to do tonight, you got the Illuminations Parade that starts at Bayside Park right at dusk. What is dusk now? Around what time
About
is that?
6:15ish.
All right.
Yeah.
And then as the people are coming through, they're going to be walking up Old San Carlos onto the beach, which basically would be right past you, I'm guessing.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
think Loyola is a great place to watch the.
Oh, they'll hear the
yeah.
band. They'll all come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flying
And
in.
Gatlin will be playing. So you're going to have to move some of those tables out of the way for dancing
Yes.
with those guys. So awesome.
I want to see your dance moves, Ed.
You'll never see that. Last time I danced
that'll
was
be some
that.
great video material.
Yeah, was that I've seen some of the dancers in your videos.
You got to catch that.
I apologize though, but I'm thinking, what are these people thinking? So I mean, you got to be thinking that when you cut the videos. I mean, seriously. I mean, I love those people, but it's like some of them are worse than Elaine on Seinfeld.
They,
But they're having a great time.
a lot of them spent a lot of money and pre-planned to come down here and have some fun, and they're letting loose.
Yeah,
and
well, I know exactly what you're saying. Well, but they're all having a great time. But I'm thinking,
sometimes the dancers are more entertaining than the entertainer themselves.
yeah, absolutely. Big hand for Tom from Loyola, everybody.
Thank
Yeah. Thank you, Tom, very much. All right. I have to pay a few bills here. But you're going to stick around, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because your neighbor's coming on.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I want to tell you about our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to sit here and entertain you the way we are. I bet you didn't know all that was coming your way, Sam. Island Pancake House is one of our sponsors, and they're located in the Seagrape Plaza, which is right up the street from here on the same side as Margaritaville. There is serving breakfast and lunch, open 7 days a week from 7:30 in the morning until 2 o'clock at night or in the afternoon, not 2 o'clock in the morning. They will stay open longer if you want them to. They serve made-to-order breakfast and lunch, and Brian and Stacy are two of the nicest people in the world, so please go by the Island Pancake House and spend some of your hard-earned money with them, and then maybe when you're done eating breakfast, go over to Marina Cantina and have some lunch. And they're located just on Main Street next to Parrot Key. More on Parrot Key in a second. They just had their grand opening celebration, and that place is huge right there. They got a beautiful view of the water. Easy access, lots of parking, waterfront location, signature drinks. They have big TV screens everywhere so you can watch football. Old school island style. Marina Cantina is back in business right off of Main Street by Key West Express over there, where they do the rich people boat thing, whatever that rich people boat thing is that they do next door there. What is that? The boat club kind of thing.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you.
Jorge, come over here for a second. Jorge Barrera, everybody. We got to say hello to Jorge. We haven't seen Jorge in a while. So before we chat with Jorge real quick, I know it's upside down. I don't know what I was thinking. Parrot Key tomorrow. The Green Bay Packers are playing the New York Giants. So I hope you'll all come down to Parrot Key tomorrow to watch the Giants stomp all over the Packers.
Yeah, that's a good chance to catch up on some sleep that game.
The one thing you can guarantee is the final score will be 7-3. You just don't know which team will have the 7 and which team will have the 3. So we hope to see you there. We're going to be hanging out at Parrot Key tomorrow for the football game. Jorge Barrera, how are you doing?
I am, in all honesty.
You're what?
In all honesty, yeah, I'm going through some challenges personal, but I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's always good to see you. We appreciate you coming out and supporting Tom. I know you and Tom are friends, but you're friends with pretty much everyone here in the audience. So
It's been a blessing, especially after the hurricane. I remember when we used to go to Buttonwood and volunteer all the time, I used to bring cases of water and hand sanitizers, a bunch of stuff. And Tom was the very first person that was there,
Yeah.
just sweeping every single day, just cleaning up his spot and everything around him. Class act guy is low key. It's just an amazing person.
Yeah, and one of the things about Tom is he is hell bent on that location. That is
Yes.
his location. He wants to be in that location. I know he tried the thing in Bell Tower and he closed that recently, but he's going to do everything humanly possible to get back in that location and reopen in that spot because I mean that he just loves it there.
Absolutely, and it's Tom is a perfect example, and just like Tom, the Peter,
Yeah.
also the there's so many people here that love this community, and they're willing to continue investing. And we have gone through some challenges with the real estate market for the last, especially since Helene and Milton last year.
Mhm.
But the last week or so, I'm starting to see a lot more activity.
Oh,
My
good.
listings are getting a lot more showings, and it's hurricane season is coming. It's coming to an end.
Yeah.
And I always said that was going to be a big factor for people to start coming in. There's still a huge inventory of properties, which is going to take some time for the properties values to go up. But we just need to start shedding the inventory, just more buyers coming in, which usually happens around this time, especially if it gets cold up north.
Are the prices too high still?
I believe prices are all over the place. The prices that are right, they're selling because there's activity happening.
Yeah.
But the properties that are priced right are the ones that are selling. But there's still I don't know why. I'm trying to comprehend. That I do a lot of research, and I send you some research, and I will send you some also because I'm almost completed with the latest one. And we will be fine.
Yeah. It's so odd. You watch people, they're totally, I get the whole Seagate thing. They're upset with the height of the Seagate thing and the whole thing going on there. But when you look in some of these lots that used to have small homes, these lots that are these homes that are being rebuilt are gigantic. Now, I know they have to be, but there is going to be, when this is all said and done, and perhaps after I'm dead, there's going to be some serious big houses on this island compared to the way it was 3 years ago.
Oh, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, I remember before the hurricane, some properties on the Star Boulevard, cottages were selling for around $600,000 before the hurricane.
Yeah,
on the Star Boulevard, just south of Publix, and it went after the hurricane that the prices went really high, and Helene and Milton came and stopped everything, and then the amount of inventory has helped people just bring the prices down, and I believe the prices are just in some properties still pretty high. We just need the buyers.
What about condo sales? How are condo sales going?
Condo sales, to tell you the truth, I have not checked lately how it is, but it's still a big inventory, just pretty much in everything.
Yeah.
Yes. We just need the buyers. We're gonna be fine. The prices are gonna stay pretty much the same, in my opinion, within the next 6 to 12 months.
Mhm.
And we're gonna start seeing more activity from now all the way till April.
Can you answer this one?
Absolutely.
You said before Ian, so I'm guessing you mean like a single level home on Estero was about 600,000.
Yeah, once sold. I think at the end of 2021 or beginning of 2022, around 620,
And
just
so,
south of Publix. It was a small beach cottage.
so just speaking in averages, then, if that home was then destroyed by Ian and the lot went for sale, how much was the lot going for? Just the lot.
Well, after Ian, some of those lots sold for quite a bit. I mean, I saw one within the year for 650,000.
Yeah.
So they were still, being able to sell properties for the same price before Ian and stuff. Yeah, and you're right. I mean, there's going to be so much new construction that there are going to be a bunch of gigantic houses.
But they'll be rock solid too.
Yeah, but then you also see the beautiful thing is that there's so many cottages that still survive.
Yeah.
Also, that you're still going to have the old Fort Myers Beach footprint.
And a lot of people have fixed those up and actually kept them.
Absolutely. And the people makes the vibe.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see 3 years later. I remember we met 3 years ago and we were volunteering, and 3 years later, I'm pretty impressed of how far the island has come compared to other, other places that have
Yeah.
had to.
It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, COVID.
Yes, red tide.
Yeah, red tide, the
Ian,
hurricanes
Helene,
and stuff. So it's a
Milton.
lot. So.
Enough already. It's nice that we get through this season and then
Yes,
one season
yes.
without a hurricane and hopefully 5 or 6 more that
Yes.
follow that and we get
Yes.
some confidence and more
Mhm.
building.
Yeah,
So,
I came last night for a walk in the evening. I went to the well,
Yeah.
and walked around, and I love to see the amount of people walking around.
did you have
and
a flashlight with you because it's so dark when you walk around?
I do have one, but
Yeah.
I was fine.
And the traffic lights are all working fine. And I saw they were working on the lights under the bridge.
Mhm.
And if they had some lights in Lynn Hall Park, life would be completely perfect down here on the beach.
Yep,
So,
yep.
and the nice long new beach that they put out is just great. Chad needs a raise.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jorge. It's always
Absolutely.
good to see you, man. Don't be a stranger. Big hand for
Absolutely.
Jorge.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Sam Lurie is going to be our next guest. Sam is he's got some stories to tell. That's for damn sure. Sam is a good friend of the show and a wonderful person, and he's wearing thick jeans right now, and it's 90 degrees out. So at least Jorge he's very fashionable. Sam, he's is that Lululemon pants, right? That's your favorite kind of pants. Wait, I love Lululemon.
He waits till he can't defend himself.
So before we get to chatting, Sam, I did want to remind everybody that of 2 things. The first thing is to thank everybody out there for helping us raise money for St. Raphael's. Their pews were totally wiped out. Their church on Fort Myers Beach is on Williams Drive. And during the storm, I don't know which one, during the storms, their pews got wiped out. And so I said to Father Michael when he came on the show, we'd like to help out. So he sent me the information and we started raising money. And then, of course, I got a call like I have been the last few times that said, if you raise $5,000, I'll match it. So by the end of the day, we started yesterday with about $2,140. But by the end of the day, we were over $6,000. So we were able to match that. And our total for the pews is $11,470. So thank you all for donating. And tomorrow I'm going to drop off the money that you all sent to us for the church's pews. Now, I don't know how many rows that covers because I have no idea how much church pews cost, but at least that'll help them out to get on their way. And the other thing is that the mayor is involved in a challenge with all the other mayors in Lee County to collect Christmas cards, holiday cards for the troops around the world. And we're working with Fox News 92.5 and Jason Jones to collect cards. And the mayor told me not to announce how many cards he's up to, but I think he said he's so far, I'm going to say it anyway, Dan, over 7,000 cards that he's collected so far that were mailed from across the country to his house. Starting today, you can drop them off on the south end at Badass Coffee. Starting tomorrow, you can bring them to Wahoo Willie's and to the Bonita Beach Company. So,
and these
Bonita
are just
Fish
blank
Company, sorry.
Christmas cards, right? These are just blank Christmas
You're really
cards.
supposed to fill them out. Don't put any nudie pictures in it or anything like that. You're just supposed to fill them out that says, Happy Holidays from Fort Myers Beach, or no glitter or anything goofy. And I don't think you're supposed to lick them, but if you could fill them out, that would be helpful because Dan and Megan are filling them out themselves right now. And then we'll deliver them all to the radio station. And then I don't know how they get them out to all the troops, but the competition is between all the mayors. And yesterday on our show in Cape Coral, Mayor Gunter announced he's got like 7 drop-off locations in Cape Coral, and they have 220,000 people,
Right.
everybody. So we don't embarrass me by losing to Cape Coral. So you know that you can mail them from across the country to his house, or you can drop them off today at Badass Coffee or tomorrow at those other 2 locations. So, Sam, you were the first person to walk over the big Carlos Pass Bridge.
I think I was. Hello, Eds.
Hello.
And
It's very good.
at 6:30 in the morning yesterday, I was walking across the bridge and I got cut off by the Wink vehicle.
Really?
And Summer jumps out of her car and interviews me and said I was the first one over the bridge. And the bridge is awesome. It's not quite done. The lanes aren't completely wide, but on the Gulf side of the bridge, it's 8-foot wide walking and bike path.
Nice.
Which is super wide, and 6-foot wide on the bay side, which is much wider than it used to be. And they have observation areas where you can step off onto a cantilevered cement pad.
Cool.
They're
and
actually not done with
beautiful
that
view.
part that's closest to Fort Myers Beach. Can you explain what
No,
they have left to
and-
do there?
Now, see, if they had Remove It Dave out there, they could tear that bridge down in one day. But they were starting to tear the bridge down today. Once they tear down the bridge on the island side, they'll be able to extend the rest of the bridge and put in the sidewalks and open up all the lanes fully.
So in the part that's still kind of shrunken down, was it easy for you to still walk through there? Was it
Had to walk
kinda
on the
tight?
Gulf side. I walked on the Gulf side. However, I switched to the other side for a while. Once you get past those first where they have those beams missing and the road's complete, you can walk on the sidewalk on the other side also on the bay side.
So I used to ride my bike from Gateway to Bonita and then come over the bridge. This is when we were doing the show at Pete's Time Out, a lot younger years. And you would come over that bridge and they had the metal, I don't know, the plates, like you could see down the water. And one day I was going a little too fast and it was wet. And I swear to God, I thought I was going to die on that bridge. And it was because there's nowhere to ride your bike. You had to ride your bike. There was no bike lane, but it looks like it's totally safe now for walkers. I saw some people running in one of the videos, and there's plenty of room for walkers and
Ed,
bikers now.
you're going to be so pleased when this is done.
But it's a lot higher.
My understanding is a little cardio for you. No, that never hurt anybody. And
Nobody ever
the
died of
cardio.
physical fitness.
The cardio isn't a problem. It's the height that I'm a wicked sissy about.
you know what? Me too. And you can stay to the side and not feel like you're leaning over the end, even though you can see over it. You can get over the side because I don't like standing near the rail either. But when they finish it, the 8-foot side will be continued through Lover's Key, through Bonita, and it's going to end up being part of that network of big bike path only.
How do you know all this information?
No,
Sam?
that
I
came
make it
out
up.
when they right. Yeah. It's some Bonita trail that's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
go
called
for
the
quite a
Bonita
while.
Trail.
yeah.
I think that might actually extend and add on to a bigger trail, probably almost to your house.
Wow. No, and the county did an unbelievable job. You know, again, just by comparison, in Cape Coral, the county is building 2 new bridges for Cape Coral, and the end result is going to be, Kevin Ruane basically said it last night, although he didn't say it, but he basically said it, that their tolls, which are now $2, are going to go up to pay for it. And what's amazing is there's no toll on that, and you got a new bridge which will last, I don't know, 50 years or whatever those bridges last, and nobody has to pay for that, which is
schedule.
amazing.
Under schedule. Too.
Amazing. It took like a year.
They finished way
Crazy.
under schedule. And I guess it'll be, maybe they're not under schedule. They're supposed to finish by June of next year, which is probably including the removal.
But you can drive over it
and
now.
everything. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Everybody should drive over it for
Yeah.
sure.
So
You want the good news?
Oh, you got news with you.
I got lots
You
of
got
good
notes.
news.
Yeah.
Got
Let it
lots of
rip.
good news.
What's the good news?
Well, the good news is your silver coin rings have doubled in price
I
since the beginning of the year.
Well, tell everybody what you mean by your silver coin rings.
There's silver coin rings that are made out of silver $50 and quarters and dollars. I make them and give them away occasionally. And
You
and
gave
Kim got
us.
one.
You gave. Yeah.
And Janelle have them. And so that's just the beginning.
So what are they worth now?
Those have doubled in price, twice as much as they were when I gave them to you.
I have no idea what they were worth when you gave them to us. So like a couple bucks.
$50. There were 10 times face value.
I see.
30 times face value. So $50, I think yours is $50, is worth $15.
All right.
Except the hole is missing out of them.
Yeah.
But what was hard to calculate was Kim and Janelle's rings from Kenya. So I tried to figure out what those were, and the closest I could get was
The click.
that's the closest estimate I could get.
Yeah.
Sam, we didn't talk about any of this stuff beforehand that you were. What
No,
the
I'm taking
hell are you
over.
doing, man? All right. Did you bring bad news too, or just
No, I
good
brought
news?
some more good news.
Okay.
Tom kind of led me into this,
All right.
and he said that this is going to be one of the biggest outdoor concerts on the beach.
Yeah. Which one?
And that's coming up to Gatlin.
Yeah, Gatlin.
And I don't think any of you were here, but in 1995, I was the tour manager for Bad Company. We rented out the roof of the Lonnie Kai for 3 weeks for rehearsals. And this is after Brian Howard split from them and started his own version. And what we did is we rented out the roof of the Lonnie Kai and we flipped the PA speakers around. And every day for 3 weeks, everyone got a free concert.
A Bad
So,
Company free concert.
A Bad Company
Wow.
free concert. Then in 2004, after Charlie was in August, and we were getting rebuilt a little better. At Newton Park, it used to be a resort called the Edgewater, and it was a U-shaped hotel that was open on the beach side, similar to, like, I guess, the Neptune or, that kind of thing. And we planned a VIP concert for New Year's Eve.
This is when you didn't need special event permits. You just did whatever you
we
wanted.
just did it. The guy that owned the hotel hired him. He
Yeah.
sold VIP tickets to 100 people. And when Brent's Music, who was our favorite setup people in town here, when they set it up, we told them, leave it so we could flip it around. And after the first song, we ripped down the back barrier and we flipped around the PA, and everyone was there for fireworks. Everyone was already on the beach. And we had probably what up to that time was the biggest concert on the beach.
Wow. So that was Bad Company.
Yeah.
So how, obviously I'm curious now, how did you become the band manager or what were you, the grip guy? What were you doing?
I was the
guy.
tour manager. That's
Tour
the,
manager.
That's the everything.
How do you meet Bad Company?
He hires your boat for a charter one day.
You were chartering a boat.
I was chartering a boat at Matanzas Restaurant, the Jam and Cruises.
So what is Bad Company doing on Fort Myers Beach?
Brian Howe lived here. He was a singer from 84 to 94.
Yeah.
And
was he the guy that went on the show with Joe and Stan
Yes,
on 96 K
all
Rock?
the time.
Okay, yeah.
And he's totally being snubbed by Bad Company. They're being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Not one mention of his name, even though he was a singer for 10
so
years
wrong.
and he's passed away now. But I met him on my boat, and he said, man, I really like sailing. Will you teach me how to sail? Or something? I said, sure, anytime. Just charter my boat. A week later, he calls me and says, I bought a boat. So I started going sailing with him, and he was putting together a band.
I call Kim and say, I bought a new microphone. That's about the same kind. I bought a boat.
You just have to learn how to hang them correctly.
Yeah, the microphone or
and the boom.
Yeah,
So they
it's
don't
not
fall
working.
down.
That's why we're back to the old school here. So anyway,
So I became the tour manager and went out on the road
wait,
for him.
there's got to be like you're a boat captain, not a
Right.
tour manager. How do you transition to becoming the tour manager?
Made friends with him, and he was putting a tour together.
Yeah,
And
But
was
you
over
had
there
accounting
watching.
experience.
I had
and-
accounting
yeah.
experience.
accounting experience.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
you a tour manager.
It's all about the money.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so how much money did you make working for Bad Company?
Not much. A lot of good experiences.
Yeah.
The,
so
the
what?
good news
I mean,
is it's twice as much now.
yeah, it's worth. No, seriously, how much? What was your best year as the tour manager at Bad Company?
It was
Couple
it was
hundred
on and
thousand?
off all year.
Million?
No.
No.
Yeah, a million.
What was Bad Company netting in profits when they were at their peak?
It's different for every show.
Yeah. So what was one of the better shows? How much you think?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you do remember, Sam. You don't forget anything.
I'm sworn to silence.
Oh, please. They're half of them are dead by now. You think they
That's
care what
true.
you're saying?
You know,
So
it varied anywhere from a couple thousand to many, many thousands.
yeah, and those are the days where you could buy a T-shirt out in the tent right outside the concert, right? 50 different T-shirts that were $50 and that you wore once.
We
And that
played
were
everything
shit in the
from
dryer
little,
after
from
that.
little bars to stadiums.
So who were you the tour manager after Bad Company?
That was it.
Oh, the only one. Nobody else wanted to. So how many years were you the tour manager?
On and off 20 years.
20 years.
Wow.
Wow. And then what did you do after that? You moved here?
I had an accounting. No, I was already here.
Oh, you were here.
I had an
Yeah.
accounting business and the charter business, and I have a real estate license. So I was doing a little bit of everything.
That shirt says the whale on it.
It does, and I'm about to advertise for them and get a little cooler.
Yeah, they don't need advertising, but we love to advertise them because everybody wants to go to the whale right now. They
This is our
have
first on
their
the show
official
here.
opening. Here we go. The official opening was yesterday, even though they've kind of been soft opening along the way.
They are a paid
And they are big. Yes, they are advertisers of ours, and they are big Ohio State fans.
Oh, yeah.
And I also believe they have the NFL package at. Who does Ohio State play today?
We play UCLA, and
Oh,
Mike
God.
and Don Miller are some of the biggest fans. They'll
Yeah.
be showing the game there at 7:30 tonight.
7:30 tonight.
Yep.
UCLA is an
And I
unranked
understand
team.
they have some
They are.
TVs. I understand they
Yeah.
have some TVs.
Yeah, I
there.
think Mike wanted 75 TVs like everywhere over there. So Ohio State has UCLA tonight. So Sam, one of the things I wanted you to share with people because I think it was in the newspaper recently. may have been around the 3rd-year anniversary, is that you had a real experience during Ian. I mean, it was no joke for you. Not that it was a joke for anybody, but you stayed.
I did stay.
And that probably, looking back, wasn't the best idea you've ever come up with.
That was a huge mistake.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Mistake.
I want you to tell the story, but make sure you take your sip of vodka there. So when the storm, your house, because I've been to your house, is pretty low to the ground.
It's a 1-story house. The water came up about 5 feet into the house. I had just rescreened my pool with super screen, and the guy said the screen will not break. Your pool cage will come down before the screen breaks. He put a
Sam, let me ask the questions before you ramble on about what happened. So you were in the house during Ian. You decided you were going to stay. Where, like, you're on a ranch.
Yes.
Where did you stay? Where were you? In the kitchen?
I was in the kitchen on the counter, like most people.
And now you're watching the water come in the house.
Watching the water come up. Everything's floating around my house.
So is the water coming from?
It's coming from the beach side,
the Gulf,
and out the back.
The Gulf. And how far is the Gulf from your house?
I'd say 3 blocks.
Yep. It's pretty far. Yeah. And Ed, you live right across the street from Sam.
So we didn't get the big waves.
Did you guys stay?
We stayed as well.
But you're higher.
We're higher. I thought Sam was gone because for some reason he put his car in the garage, which he had never done before. So before the water came up, I looked out to make sure he wasn't home, and his car was gone. So I assumed he wasn't there.
Oh, no kidding! You didn't know he was across the street.
Did not know until the next morning when I saw everybody was a zombie on the street, and I said, "Sam, what in the hell are you doing here?"
You thought he came back.
Yeah,
I see. So, but your house is higher. Your house is a newer house built higher. How much did the water come into your house at all?
Yeah, we had
the garage
6.5 feet. It started coming up the stairs,
but it never came in the house.
Not to the living area. No.
Gotcha. So Sam, you're in the kitchen, sitting on the counter.
I'm in the kitchen, and I had just had a pole installed in the middle of my pool cage to hold up a beam, and I was getting scared, so I swam out to it.
The water's in your house now.
I put on a wetsuit. I grabbed
on a wetsuit
and an extension cord.
How did you have the wherewithal to put on a wetsuit?
I had just moved into the house a month before.
But it's not easy to put on a wetsuit.
All my dive stuff was there. I grabbed the wetsuit because I knew I didn't want to get cold, even though the water was warm. I swam out to the pole and held on to it for 2 hours in 150-mile-an-hour winds.
Wow.
And the entire cage came down except that one spot.
Wow. Except the new pole.
The new pole.
So the guy was right. The mesh stayed, but the pool cage
stayed.
No, the mesh.
The mesh totally stayed, and the mesh stayed together.
Did it?
The cage just collapsed.
So what time of the day what time of the day are you out there?
So I'm out there from maybe 1 to 3
a.m. or p.m.
during the height. During the afternoon.
Afternoon.
It was light out.
Okay, so 1 to 3 p.m. The water's starting to come from the Gulf, and then it recedes around 3 o'clock. Starts to recede.
Yep, starts to recede.
Still windy.
It took about 2 hours to get up there. Stayed about 2 hours, and about another 2 hours to get down.
Okay, so at that point, you got to be like totally freaked out, right?
I'm freaked out.
What do you think? What do you do? What do you do after the water recedes? What did you do?
Nothing.
He should have came to our house again.
What the hell happened?
Yeah.
You know, I stayed there 3 days.
In the house, no electricity, nothing.
Went down to charge my phone at a friend's house.
Yeah. How many people on that block stayed? A lot?
A lot.
Yeah.
Probably quite a few. I would say 15.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody not make it on that street?
Oh, yeah. There's
on the boulevard, somebody's garage caved in and he passed. And then there were people on, middle of the island.
Yeah. Are you okay? Are you sick? What's going on here? You were fine before you got here.
My throat is a little, they wanted me to sing a song. I'm like, I'm not 100%. When I'm 100%, I'm only 80%.
Yeah. So the water recedes. The next day rolls around. Did you decide how bad? Your house was pretty bad, right?
It's a mess. There's 6 inches of muck.
Yeah.
Everything's everywhere.
All we could see was Sam's roof, if that helps describe it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. So
I made it.
Did you decide to get off the island at that point?
3 days later.
Where'd you go?
I went into town, stayed with friends.
Yeah. And then you come back on the island when? How much later?
like a week later when they let everybody on.
Yeah.
And just came back and forth every day and sat in traffic like everybody else.
Well, the other thing is that you had a house on Estrelita at the time too.
I
So
had
you
a
were dealing
two-story
with
house
two of
on
them.
Estrelita, so I had to fix up that one and finally sold that a couple months later.
Yeah. How's the house doing now?
Good. Come on over.
Back to normal?
Definitely.
Get the new pool cage?
No cage.
He's
No
not-
cage this time.
Wide open.
Just a big
beautiful
pole,
view.
just in case.
No, in fact, last night you could see the space shuttle take off, and the night before, nice clear night. Did you guys see that?
I didn't even
did
know
stay
there
up
was a
for that.
space shuttle anymore.
Well, it's not
Or
a shuttle.
the Falcon.
I see. Was that one of the Elon Musk things? Is that what that is?
I don't think so.
No, some private satellite thing.
Yeah, some satellite thing. They launch them every day.
So you're also on the Anchorage committee. Anything?
That's what I wanted to kind of talk about.
Yeah, let it rip,
'Cause,
man.
well, Ed's here, so I can't talk too much. but
Oh,
I
you
did
guys are
wanna
on the
say
committee together.
We're on the
Yeah.
committee together. And Chris King's the chairman. She's doing a great job.
Yes,
and
she is.
I wanted to ask you about John Nash. Is he okay?
Yeah, he is. He is. And the reason Sam is asking is because John it was at our Sunday show a couple weeks ago, and he got up out of the chair too fast and fell. And the weirdest thing is happening at Wahoo Willie's. The last 2 weeks, the ambulance has had to show up for somebody. A guy had a stroke last week during the show. He wasn't watching the show. He was on the other side of the bar. And but John's doing okay. Somebody said, Perry said he came and played softball the following Tuesday. So, and he said that he's going to be less of a drama queen when he comes to the next show. So, yeah, he's doing fine.
John Nash took my position as vice
Yeah.
chairman. He's very experienced, and he's kind of going to be the point guy when they start setting up these ferries and shuttles, because he
Yeah.
has a lot of experience. He has a lot of experience with a lot of things. So
Sam,
we got to really qualify.
Before you get to that, I wanted to ask you, what is your feeling about the vibe on the island, people-wise? Getting along, not getting along?
I'd say in general, it's good, but we'll see Monday morning how good it is.
And you're saying that because there's a town council meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of division, but there's discussion.
If you want to see some division, watch the end of my walk around this morning on
Oh,
the
boy.
South End. The last 3 minutes will be a lot of interest to you. Or everybody. It's quite amusing. And I'm going to clip it, by the way, when I get home, so everybody can just watch that instead of the entire 30 minutes. But there's also a lot of good stuff in there about Anita's shop. What Anita does, I don't mean to sidetrack, but what Anita does, she collects these patches from the fire departments and police departments all across the country. And it almost looks like they're getting ready to put it all the way around. Jan Fleming was there this morning, and she was putting another big giant block of wood up there with different ones. So if you have a fire department or police department patch and you want to drop it off to Anita's shop in Santini Plaza, they would love to have it. And Jan showed me some really two cool pictures that had to do with September 11th today that they sent me a picture of that I'll be posting on our Facebook page too. So that was this morning, and I have no idea how I got sidetracked. Monday morning's meeting. The reason you're saying that is because Rebecca Link takes over for Karen. That's not going to be controversial at all. And there'll be an election for vice mayor. And Jim Matterholt has decided that he wants to. He said, he put his time in. He doesn't want to be vice mayor anymore. Who do you think should be vice mayor, Sam?
I don't know, but Jim Adderholt is our liaison for our committee, and he is awesome. Everything we discuss, he brings back and adds to it to council, because we're an advisory committee. We just give an opinion.
Yeah.
Jim structures it, presents it, and we're happy to have him.
So, Sam, I'm going to take that pen away from you because you're starting to write all over your face with it. I don't know if you noticed that, but you have pen marks all over your face.
Did I really?
Yes. I don't want you to poke your eye out or anything. That's gone.
Am
now.
I talking with my hands again?
No. So
I did have a couple things for you real quick.
All right, well, you didn't answer the question. Who should be the vice mayor? Just throw a name out there. Who would you like to see?
I'd like to see Ed Schoonover, but
Ed, would you care to answer
but
that?
not this year.
I'm not running.
No, I don't. I know you're not running, but who would you like to see be the vice mayor?
One of the other 4 council members.
God, you guys suck at this. God.
Well, I think Ed Schoonover's is the Pat Paulson answer. If nominated, I will not run. If elected, I will not serve.
Yes, I think it's either going to be Scott or John. If you guys had to choose between Scott or John, who would it be? Ed, Scott or John?
I would take Scott John.
I'm good with both of them.
Yeah. Okay. You
Yeah.
guys are terrible at this
I
game.
think we're lucky to have these.
Just trying
these
not to
people
get
on
in
council.
trouble.
All right. So what did you have? You had
I
some
wanted
stuff.
to.
Sam.
I got a couple personal
Well,
things.
no,
for you.
we talked about this before, though. What Ed didn't mention is Jim Adderhold said he didn't want to be vice mayor.
Right.
Right.
He
so
did not
does
say
he want
that
to
he
be
refused to
nominated
be
for
mayor.
mayor?
He doesn't want to be mayor. He wants to.
He
wants
might not
to,
right
yeah.
now, but
Dan
has-
wants to be mayor.
he is so overqualified and has so much experience.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have all these people. And Dan is awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody likes him.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job. So personally, I wanted to let you know I didn't realize you did the show from Pete's Time Out.
Oh yeah.
John
Lalo.
is from my little tiny township in Ohio. My graduating class is 200 people. He's
Really?
from my town.
What is the name of the town?
It's near Youngstown, Ohio. It's Liberty Township.
Okay.
It's tiny. It's
Do you know John?
There's two lights. I do from
All
Pete's
right.
Time Out.
Yeah.
And your other friend, Nello.
Yeah.
Nello, I lived in the same dormitory in college with Nello at Ohio
Really?
State. And I knew Nello. You think he has good hair now? He had the best hair in the dorm, girls included.
Wow. Yeah. Nello.
And he's a wonderful guy.
For anybody that doesn't know, Nello used to work for the town. He would kind of do the patrols in the town to make sure my chair wasn't over the red line where the town property intercepted with Pete's Time Out property. Of course, that's a joke, but he worked for the town as whatever it was called back then. I think they were called the Flying Monkeys back then, but whatever it was back then. So what else you got,
So I
Sam?
just see my chair is Michael Stewart approved.
Yes, it is.
It's like hanging
Michael
in there.
Stewart,
Kim,
yes.
Kim would be jealous.
Yes.
So I understand. Congratulations on Hudson.
Yes, thank you very
And
much.
Kim is probably cuddling.
Yes, Kim gets to hold the
And-
baby a lot more than I do.
Well, I have a tip for you.
Yeah, okay.
So
are good.
while the baby's small, start doing curls.
Yeah.
And it's a progressive thing. As he gets bigger, man, you're gonna really feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do curls with that baby,
Ed
and
is-
every month it'll be a
Ed is
little
supposed to
bit
do
more.
curls?
Somehow I don't think my daughter's going to go for that.
No.
I don't think that's a good idea, Sam. Sam, you're losing the audience. You have anything else that you want to anything else, brother?
No.
All right.
No.
You
got
you
some
take
good
it
ones
over.
there.
No, I'm
Give him a try.
kidding. You could take a joke.
I
Come on.
did. You can take a joke, can't
Yes.
you? You can take a joke. So during the week when Kim's at work,
Yes.
we have a feeling you're out chasing tail on Girl Scout Drive. But then we figured it out. Petey and Cookie don't even have a tail. There you go.
All right, let's.
Oh, thank you, Sam Lurie, everybody. Big
Thank
hand
you.
for Sam. Thank you. He's not here all week, by the way. Thank
Should
you,
have brought
Sam,
your
for
guitar,
everything.
Sam.
And I did. Sam was kind of like
You got it.
I invited Sam at the last minute. I didn't give him any chance to prepare, but he's always a great guest, and I'm disappointed he didn't bring his guitar today. So, anything else you want to share, Ed?
Boy, I just don't know how to follow that
I know.
up.
That was
I
a-
just really.
You think he
dumbfounded.
wrote that joke or just
I-
made it up on the fly?
I think I saw it on his note card. I should have maybe told him that wasn't the best one, but
Oh, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you tomorrow at Wahoo Willie's for our Sunday broadcast with the mayor. We'll have our merchandise if you want to come down and grab a hoodie. It has been sweater weather lately. And before we go, we want to tell you about our final sponsor of the day, and that is the Best Western right up the street from us here, the Best Western Resort. They're a great sponsor of ours. If you're looking for a place with a complimentary breakfast and Wi-Fi, they're walking distance to the restaurants and shops, but far away from the noise and the crowds. No resort fees or parking fees. All rooms are efficiencies, and most have private balconies. Make your reservation today, bwbeachresort.com. That's bwbeachresort.com. Thank you all for coming, and you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.